boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a weekend. What a horrible weekend. 2025, and run from taking 20 steps forward and getting somewhere to 7,000 steps back. I mean, I took myself back into the frickin' Stone Ages. It's unbelievable. And I, once again, got to figure out how to rebuild. Don't know how. Don't know why. Don't really know how from here except for to isolate. So I'm probably more than likely going to move out of the RV that they let me stay in and probably downsize my life back down to a backpack. It's probably what I'm going to do. It's probably the only logical thing to do would be to downsize my life back down to a backpack and a pair of tennis shoes. And live life like that again. Because when I lived life like that, I was making headway. And the minute I got a comfy bed and air conditioning and heat, it just didn't do what it needed to do. So after I'm done doing what I gotta do to make money tonight, my first priority tomorrow is to take everything that is not necessary to record for my normal YouTube channel, my podcast, all that stuff. What I gotta start thinking about at the end of the day is how do I rebuild? So I have minus $11.13 in my bank account as of right now. And how long will that last? I don't know. I'm out hustling right now to try to make something happen. I'm out trying to make something work. But I gotta rebuild. I gotta get into the rebuild mode. I gotta get back into health and taking care of myself mode. I haven't really eaten in 4 or 5 days outside of little Honey Nut Cheerios cups and a couple of ice creams a day. You know, one of those little yogurt fruity kind. That's pretty much what I've been eating, and what I've been living off of is these little ice creams and these little cups of Cheerios. That's all I've been really doing. And, you know, I was trying to build something. I was trying to build towards something, and I screwed it up. I made it really messy. I made an absolute mess with good intentions. It's funny how that works. You have all these good intentions, and yet at the end of the day, those good intentions turn into a bloody mess that you didn't even want to create or even mean to create. So I found my ambition earlier this afternoon. I refound it. It took me a while. I had lost some of that ambition, some of that stuff in the pit of my stomach, that survival, that Crocodile Dundee walkabout attitude that I had all last year. And I lost it. I got comfortable. I got stupid. I got ridiculous. And I did something so bad that had no intentions of being bad. But now that I think about it, it was pretty screwed up. And I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it just... I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, what's the next step? I'm not going to dwell on what happened. There are going to be repercussions and consequences. I'm probably going to have car windows broken, and I'm probably going to have a bunch of people mad at me. I'm probably going to have a bunch of people pissed off at me. I'm probably going to have at least 24 people that'll never talk to me again. And we make mistakes, and we just got to move on with our lives, right? It all starts with me. It starts with accountability. It starts with understanding that I'm the one that put myself in that position, and you know, now probably 30-40 people will never talk to me again, and if they ever saw me on the street, they'd probably punch me. But it is what it is. It's nuts how when we talk about red pill, blue pill, when we talk about sides of a fence or sides of a coin, it's hard to imagine a lesser feeling than ambition. Oh, so I'll give you the short version of the long story. The short version of the very long story is I really care for a couple people, and one of them had a very private conversation with me, and this person has sort of a spouse in their life, and I was actually like kind of seeing her sister in a way. Sometimes I was, sometimes I wasn't. That was a very complicated mess itself, but I'll get into that another day. And so instead of sending a text message or making a phone call, I decided to write a letter. And when I started the letter, I wrote it out, and then I had ChatGPT edit it for me, and then I rewrote it with all the edits, because ChatGPT is awesome. I wasn't reading as I was going along, I just trusted ChatGPT. Well, apparently the intent of the letter didn't come across the way it was meant to. It was meant to basically make this person feel very special, and that they shouldn't settle in life. And that if the world was different, which it isn't, it's never going to be, but if the world was different, she would be someone that, you know, I would look at as someone I would like to put a shield in front of, or, you know, a sword or a blanket. Used all kinds of stuff. And then, like, just kind of like told her, like, in that letter, that I hope overall that she finds someone that loves her the way she deserves to be seen. Because one thing us men do, and us men as men have a problem, and that problem is sometimes we don't look past our own damn nose. And you know, once we have figured out how to look past our nose and see the bigger picture, you start to develop what I call, well, what everybody calls, I should say, emotional intelligence, which I have very little of it. I have a little. I don't have a lot, I have a little. But I miss my ambition, and I miss my thing. But anyway, so I made a bloody mess. And I'm just sitting here hustling, trying to make some money, because my bank account is drained. I mean, I owe the bank money in my checking account right now. So I'm trying to get that all squared away. And I'm like waiting for a couple phone calls back from some people, including the sister, because I called her. And of course, it goes straight to voicemail, as always. Explained to her what's going on. I couldn't explain anything because I had people in the car, I had passengers in the car. It's tough, man, because, you know, you try to do something private, but yet something that will, like, help someone through their day. Especially someone you don't spend much time with, you know, especially when you consider them family, when you consider them like, not a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a spouse or anything, but like close, like a family member. Like in the world we live in, they're a family member. And you try to do something nice that they can hold on to, that can't be erased through text message or erased through instant message or email. It's just something, bam. It's something you can open. I have a letter from actually someone that was very close to me that I still keep. And I read every once in a while when I'm having a down day. So, yeah, I really screwed it up. I screwed it up so bad that I know the consequences of it. And I'm not going to dwell on the consequences because I got to make money. But it's crazy. It's a nutty world. So we just got to learn to not, we got to learn, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, I got to go.